Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. I've got your weekly crypto YouTuber update, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, this week I got some great videos to go over with you guys. As you guys know, if you watch my channel for a while, I've got weekly, I try to do it weekly anyways, where I go over videos of other YouTubers in the crypto space out there that I've watched throughout the week and kind of give you my recommendations for the week, the top videos that I think you guys might want to take a look at. And these are some videos that I think have useful information for you guys to take a look at, because you shouldn't just be watching one channel like mine. You should be getting your information from multiple sources out there so you can get a rounded picture of what's going on in the crypto space, different opinions and such. So let's jump into it here. All right, the first video is by Crypto John. He's got some great information on here about profit taking and stuff like that in this bull run. Some really important information. I think you guys should watch this video. It's pretty short. It's only 9 minutes long. So we'll jump into it here. But before we get started on this video here, I want to let you guys know I'm going to have a video coming out either later tonight or tomorrow morning with some a really good node project that's going to be coming out here soon. And I've got an access code for you guys for my community to get into that node project, and it is a really good AI project that's going to be launching here, and the nodes will be available tomorrow morning, I think actually at midnight tonight. So this is one that you want to get in early, because they're likely going to sell fast, because there's only 3,000 nodes at the first tier level, and then the price is going to go up. So I'll cover that in my next video, so watch out for that either tonight or tomorrow morning, and I'll get that out to you guys so you guys can be the first ones to pick that up, because they reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to offer these to your community first, since you've been, I guess because I've done other node video before that they were impressed with my coverage of other node projects. So this is a great project that I think you guys are going to like, and I think it would be a good one to get invested in. So I'm going to get it out to you guys as soon as I can here and get you guys that information so you guys can get in these right at the earliest stages, because with the node projects, the earlier you get in, the quicker you get your money back out of them. So they're a long-term investment, and they generate really good passive income. So I'll get that video out to you guys shortly here, so watch out for that. So we'll play a little bit of this video here, guys, with John. This is some good information. I'm just going to play a little bit of this clip, and then we'll move on to the next one here.
Let me just start by saying profits is profits, okay? If you want to take profits on a 2x, 3x, 5x, whatever, it's on you, okay? Profit taking is individual to the investor. There is no perfect time to do it. There is really, per se, no right time to do it. You could argue and say yes, but the sheer majority of people who do not make money in this space can pretty much show us that taking any profit is already better than your average investor who just watches their crypto go up and down from cycle to cycle. So let me just preface by saying that you're already doing fine. Many people don't even position themselves with the patience, the emotional maturity, the discipline of holding an asset more than 5 minutes and taking profit of the asset and making bank, putting more money than they had in the asset into their bank or whatever their asset or value is. That being said, though, a lot of people have different risk tolerance for crypto, for investing. Some are over leveraging themselves, which I never recommend to do. Some assets are riskier than others. Like for Bitcoin, I wouldn't be concerned about taking profits versus, say, a meme coin. I wouldn't be a little bit more, especially if I didn't buy super low.
So this is some good information by John here, and I've talked about this on my channel as well. It's very critical and important to be taking out profits on the way up. You don't really want to shoot for one specific price target, because if the coin doesn't reach that price target that you think it's going to hit, for some reason, it doesn't matter. A lot of things can happen in crypto and with any project. If it doesn't hit that price target, you've never taken out any profit. And for some reason it doesn't hit that and it crashes back down, then you never took out any profit. And here you're sitting on that coin that you bought and you didn't have any money taken off the table, and now you're sitting there with not much profit at all if you did cash it out lower, or because once it starts going down, then you're like, oh, I don't want to cash it out now because it might come back up and go higher, but then it may not. So the biggest thing is to take some profit out and get it off the table and out of the market. when you're, you know, waiting for your coins to mature in value to the price target you think it's going to hit, it's always a good idea to take some out well before that price target. And, you know, even if it's 10%, 5%, 20%, whatever it is at a time, that way you've got some profit off the table and you're not just sitting there waiting for some certain price target to happen. So there's a lot more good information in this video as well, but check it out. I'll leave the links to these in the description of the video for you guys to take a look at them. But this is some good information by John here. The next video here is by Kyron from No BS Crypto. He's got some good information on here that he thinks people should hear about, you know, for this upcoming bull run, especially some newer investors who maybe this is your first bull run. But this is some good information in here as well.
If I could slap you on the face right now, I would. Trust me, I really would. And no, not in the aggressive, I don't like you way, but in the way to wake you up, okay? Now, I don't suggest anyone goes and slaps themselves. Go have a cold shower and wake yourself up, because you need to hear what I'm about to tell you guys. This is an extremely important video because I've seen a lot of people wavered in their conviction, not in their altcoins, forget altcoins for a second, but their whole entire philosophy of crypto, okay? We're moving sideways, nothing's happening, and most people tend to think, oh my God, nothing's happening. This is bad. All these magical life game-changing wealth, that sort of crazy money is going to be right down the drain, right? It's kind of like, it's a testament to the human brain, right? I think the likes of TikTok and YouTube Shorts, all these, you know, quick scrolling programs have ingrained in us that if it's not happening today or yesterday, okay, it's not worthwhile looking at for the next X amount of time. So I want to make this video today to wake you up, to show you some invaluable points that I think you need to take away, and also things that you need to be very careful of into the bull run, right? Whether you are someone that's like, oh yeah, Kyron, I know this stuff already. I don't care if people are going to tell me to sell my old coins. It's all over, Red Rover. I'm not listening to that group of people. I know the bull run's coming. I know life-changing wealth's on the horizon. I'm also speaking to you as well, right? Because what you might be lacking, especially if it's your first cycle, is things you only find out the hard way on. What do I mean by that? Stay tuned, guys. Again, very important video this one is.
So he does have some great information in this video, guys. I think you should really watch this. And I've covered a bunch of this stuff on my videos before, some of my educational videos. If you go to my Crypto 101 playlist, I've got a bunch of different videos in there about, you know, I think important information that you should listen to. This video's got some of that as well in it, and some really good advice about profit taking in the bull run, your outlook in the bull run, especially at times like now when the market is boring. There's a lot of people leaving crypto right now. They're selling their portfolios. They're losing conviction in some of the coins they're in and so on. Now, I have sold some of my coins recently for coins that I think are a better coin, but that's not necessarily because I lost conviction in that coin. It's just that I think that the other coin was a better fit for me and is going to do better than the one that I was in. So I will do that in certain situations where if I see this coin, like this coin's a similar project, but one has a lot more investors, big backers, and it's on like 6 or 7 exchanges already, and it just launched. Or I'm looking at another gaming project or whatever the topic is, whether it's AI or DPIN or whatever, and they don't have any big investors, and they're only on one exchange, and they've been on the market for almost a year, and they're still on only one exchange, and they're not doing much with their project, and there's not a lot going on with it. I want to take this one that's the same market cap or lower than the market cap of this one, see the potential in this one, but like, yeah, I think this one's going to run a lot harder, and I'll move it to that one. And there's things like that you can do in your portfolio at certain times, you know, when you think it's just a better move to make for a reason like that. Now, there's other times like my quant. Okay, there's a lot of people worried about quant right now because it hasn't really done much in the last year and a half, 2 years, whatever. Yeah, it's still around the same price as it has been. It's been kind of like a stable coin, but I'm very bullish on quant. I'm very bullish on what the project is doing, and I think it's going to have its time eventually. It may not be this cycle. We'll see. Could be this cycle, especially if for some reason they get some kind of AI partnership, which wouldn't surprise me at all with quant and what they're doing with the Overledger. But you know, that's not what I mean by losing conviction in the project. No, I may not think quant's going to do that great this bull run, but overall in the long term, I think it's going to do fantastic. So I'm still going to hold on to that baby. And it's, you know, it's not like 50% of my portfolio or anything. So if it doesn't perform for some reason, it doesn't affect my portfolio that much. And that's kind of why it's good to be diversified as well in your portfolio. But check out Kyron's video, guys. I think this is a great video. It's got a lot of good information in it for you guys, so check him out. The next video here is by Crypto Banter. This video here is with Roll Paul, and he's got some great information about not just crypto, but Ethereum. His in, like, I guess how he thinks Ethereum is going to do, how he thinks Solana is going to do, what he thinks of NFTs that are in the market right now, and why we haven't had such a big NFT run, and if we're going to have one or not. A lot of good information in this video. I think you guys should watch it. It is a longer video, but I've watched the whole thing. It's like an hour long, but a lot of great information in here and a good conversation on this one.
Now, unlike the internet, we couldn't own that. We can own this. So the more it gets used, the more the number go up and the more we profit from it. So it's this huge egalitarian democratic way of distributing a huge amount of wealth to a huge number of people. To put it in perspective, this space is a $2.5 trillion space today. By the end of this cycle, it should be $10 to $15 trillion. By 2032, if you continue growing at these kind of rates, you get to $100 trillion. So there's $97.5 trillion of money on the table, which is why I keep telling people not to fuck this up, because the opportunity is so big. And that is just by owning the new internet, essentially. So that's what this is all about. So there is a banana zone, which is the periods of time where it goes bananas.
So he's got a good point there, and I've talked about this before. We're so early in crypto that people don't realize how early we are. It doesn't feel like, for some people that were early, they feel like they're late. They're not late. We're extremely early. Right now, things are a little bit boring, but like we said, like he said on here, we're not in the banana zone yet. And when we get in the banana zone, things are going to get bananas in crypto. You're going to see some absolutely, now maybe I'm wrong, and I don't have a crystal ball, but if things happen like they did last cycle, and last cycle wasn't even a blow off top crazy cycle, you're going to see coins do some extremely stupid numbers. It's going to blow your mind. You're going to wake up and look at your portfolio one day and you're going to be like, what happened? Oh my God. And these coins, and I kid you not, and if it happens like it did last cycle, and this was my first cycle, last cycle on crypto, and what happened with it here, you look at your portfolio, you look at some of your coins, and you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I have that much money in my account right now. And you're like, is this real? And you look at it and you're like, this can't be real, but it's real. I've seen it happen. These coins, some of them will do 10x, 20x, 30x within a matter of a few days at certain times during the crazy times of the bull run. You just never know which coin it's going to be or what's going to cause it to do that. But some of these coins will do absolutely crazy numbers. I've literally turned, like, what was it, like, I don't know, $25,000 into $96,000 in crypto in like 2 minutes. I actually did that last bull run, and it was with ADA. It launched on a new exchange. I don't remember if it was Kraken or what exchange it was, but I transferred my coins to the exchange and waited for it to go live, and it just shot up in price when it launched on that exchange. It went absolutely crazy. I hit the sell button. I did a market sale, and I grabbed $96,000 out of that just in literally the press of a button. That stuff can happen in crypto, and it does happen. You just never know when it's going to happen, and you look for those opportunities. I saw that as an opportunity. I'm like, well, these coins have been going really crazy when they first launch on these exchanges, and if I can take advantage of that, I might be able to make some decent money here. And I did, and sure enough, that I turned that into $96,000 literally just like that. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I was at work at the time too, and my buddy was like, what's going on? And I showed him on my phone. He was like, what? It's like, yeah, this stuff is absolutely crazy in the bull run. Now, a lot of the exchanges got smart, and they started controlling the price of the coins when they launch on the platform, and they start putting in orders ahead of time to control that. so they don't really go that crazy like they used to when they launched on exchanges, especially on Kraken and Coinbase and that. They really control the flow of the money on the exchanges when the tokens first launch, so you don't get those crazy, unfortunately, you don't get those crazy pumps anymore like we used to on most of the exchanges. But some of them they can still really do well. Like Portal, it jumped up to $3 and some cents when it first launched, and that, you know, and then it corrected down to like $2 after, you know, just a few minutes or so. So you got to look for the advantages out there and take advantage of the situation when it's available. But check out this video with Roll Paul on Crypto Banter. It is an interesting video, and he covers a lot of stuff in this, a lot of different topics in this video, a lot of great information, so check that out, guys. The next video here is by Altcoin Daily, and this has some useful information in it. I think you guys should take a look at this video because they do interview, whether you like Altcoin Daily or not. Personally, I think they're okay. And I really like a lot of the people that they interview because they're such a big channel. They get to interview a lot of people in the crypto space that have been here for a long time and have a lot of knowledge. And even if they're not that knowledgeable, they have a lot of experience with charts and stuff like that. So they're really interesting interviews on Altcoin Daily. So check this video out here.
Of all the charts I've traded in crypto, I've made the most money trading this chart.
Today I interview AJ of AJ Writes Crypto, Bitcoin's next move. I think everybody's wondering, what do the charts say? As he shares his technical analysis for Bitcoin and what comes next.
Minimum 120, like minimum 120. I would like to see it push.
And watch today's whole interview as AJ shares advice for new traders today. What's some advice or some perspective you would give to like a new trader trying to figure out the charts?
For here, how high up it came, you know, that would like kind of represent it being overheated, you know, and this time it kind of did not come up as high. It's kind of a slower curve there, and it has a red dot, which kind of indicates of like a push, of negative push down. We also have a 17 -5 on dual band strength index, where anything over a 14 is a strong degree of certainty. So keep in mind, this is a 2-day chart, so it certainly looks like the next push down is the next couple of days are likely to be bearish. But last time we pushed down, we bounced off the 50 EMA and continued. So just because we pushed down a couple days doesn't mean we're going all the way down. We could just come down and retest the 50 EMA, which is what I'm hoping. Because when you come over here to the daily chart, you will see that, you know, overall Bitcoin is in an ascending, broadening channel. You know, it's going up and to the right, and Bitcoin could really come all the way down here to, you know, 53, 54, 55,000 and still technically be in an uptrend. So, you know, hopefully a lot of the tests, you know, it's kind of like the boss fight is the analogy I like to use. Like the 50 EMA is like the minions, all right? And if you go past the 50, then you have to fight the boss to really have like a change of direction. And the boss is the 200 EMA. So we're still above the 50 EMA on the daily for Bitcoin. You know, the money flow is kind of a long curvature out of the green, kind of coming down in the VWAP a little bit.
So he's got some interesting chart perspective here with Bitcoin. Shows that we're in an upward channel. And basically, like he was saying here, and I've said this before, Bitcoin could come down to 53,000, and we're still in a bull run if that were to happen. So I know there's people out there that have commented on my channels, oh, Dean, Bitcoin's never getting below 60,000 again. And I challenge you on that because in the past we have. That doesn't mean we're going to, but it means we could. So there's a difference between I think it's going to, and there's a difference between I think it could. Meaning that, you know, if it did for some reason, it's not a big deal. Yeah, it would be painful for us if that were to happen in the short term, but it wouldn't be unhealthy for it to do that, and we'd still be in a bull run if it were to do that. Right now, Bitcoin's a little bit bearish. It keeps getting, you know, rejected at that 72,000 level and keeps coming back down, you know, so we'll have to see what happens here in the near future. The summer's typically boring for crypto and typically bearish. We could keep going sideways like this, you know, in that channel for a while before we take off into the main bull run, hopefully later this fall. But you guys could watch this video with Altcoin Daily, and you know, he's got some great information. And this guy, AJ's, like, he's done a lot of technical analysis for BitBoy Crypto in the past and all that. And like he said, he's got his own channel now, so you can probably check him out on his channel. He does know his stuff with the charts, and he's pretty good at it. A lot better than me, that's for sure. I'm not very good with the charts at all. So check out this video, guys. It's got some great information to kind of help you realize where Bitcoin's at and what it could do in the near future here. I appreciate it, guys. If you had subscribed to my channel, please hit that like button with the YouTube algorithm. Really helps. If you guys don't hit the like button, YouTube does not recommend it to other people. So I really appreciate it if you hit that like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget, I'm going to be coming out with that node project video either tonight or tomorrow. It is a good one. It's one of the better node projects out there. This one is artificial intelligence, and I think it's going to do extremely well, so don't miss that video because you want to get in on those early before the big crowds get in. I'm going to be one of the first people releasing a video on that, so you guys have a chance to get in on the first tier with it. So check that video out. It'll be my next video coming out after this one. Set your notification bells on for that. And let's see, what else do I want to cover? Oh, don't forget to check out my Discord if you want to get into some of these projects early, you know, before they even launch. I can get you into some of these projects that haven't launched yet early at cheaper prices through my Discord. There's a Patreon membership for that. It's only $14.99 a month, but for what you get for that $14.99 a month, but what you get for that $14.99 a month is pretty much priceless, considering you can get into these projects early before anyone else does at cheap prices, before, you know, cheaper than what they launch at even. So you can check that out through my Discord, through Patreon. The link will be in the description below and the pinned comment, guys. I really appreciate all of you who watch my videos, and we'll see you on the next one.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me.